Yeah, the report says there's a partial tear of the collateral ligament. But today I went to the doctor and the doctor said it's actually completely torn. It's not even there. Uh,
So we have another injury update on Morozov, and as you have already guessed, it's not a positive one. The doctor has immobilized Morozov's wrist for about 2 weeks. After that, he will get another MRI scan, and then the doctor will tell him if he needs surgery or not. Initially, the reflection in the report was it's a partial tear of the ligament, but now the doctor is telling him that it's a full tear. It's much more serious than what we all thought. Let's listen from Morozov himself how he got injured.
and at one point I just grab his little finger like this and start twisting his wrist a bit. And then there's a snap. This little bone pops out well on his right hand. It pops out like it's snapping back into place. The snap was pretty loud. Lyoka immediately let go of my hand.
The doctor told Morozov that it won't really affect his day-to-day life, but it will hurt whenever he does some kind of motion with his wrist. So basically, for an arm wrestler, it will hurt every single day. How long does he need to rest now? We are unsure. Levan also had a similar injury in his wrist and he had to take full 1-year break from arm wrestling. And this looks even more serious. So even though Morozov's wrist is not black and blue like Levan's wrist was, and the MRI scan is also telling us that it's a partial tear, but the doctor is thinking otherwise. Morozov said that his wrist was already kind of hurt since last 6 years. His tendon was already torn. So basically he had to take all of the pressure away from that point and focus it somewhere else. And that's why his ligament cannot bear such amount of load and he got injured. When Morozov's left arm got injured against Vitali, he had the option to train only his right arm. And that's exactly what he was doing since then. So now what does he do? Does he go back to his left arm training? Because his left may have healed at least halfway through by now. But will he be risking another injury if he does that? Or should he take complete rest now? He is still only 27 or 28 years old. I think he can afford to take 1-year break from arm wrestling. In the recent podcast on Eddie Hall's channel, Eddie mentioned that Brian thinks he can become the best arm wrestler in the world. Brian said that as of now, he is nowhere near that level, but in the future, he believes he can definitely get there because the Levan story is repeating once again. Earlier when he joined Strongman, everyone was telling him that Zydrunas is unbeatable. Nobody can touch him. And then later with dedication and hard work, Brian did beat him. Now, nobody is believing that he can beat Levan Saginashvili. But the important thing is, he still believes in himself. He said you have to respect the arm wrestlers for what they have done. The amount of hard work they have put into this sport. Nobody can take that away from them. But Brian's brain is telling him that things can work out if he work hard enough. He cannot take on Levan right now, but if he puts in the work, then things can get exciting. He said, yes, I am 43 years old. I am starting arm wrestling very late. But throughout my strongman career, I never had any arm injuries or any shoulder injuries. The wrist is fine, the hand is fine, the elbows are fine. So basically, he is ready to go all out in arm wrestling. Improvements are being made every single day. I am gonna show that over time. Let's see what happens in the Brian Shaw versus Brandon Allen match. If Brian wants to have any chance to get to the top, he must win this super match. Thanks for watching, like the video, and I'll see you again.